Hey, this is Khan, you're watching Ninja Pulls, and this is update 44 in 6 minutes. The patch drops on October 28th for PC and Mac, and November 13th for consoles. Right now we're in week 1 of PTS, so things may change. The big news is the Battlegrounds update. 3-sided matches are being temporarily retired, and a new 2-sided system is coming, 4v4 and 8v8, with 7 new maps, new power-ups, and a bunch of new rewards. Zos already covered all the details in the live stream and on the website, so we won't get into that here. Combat changes include a new Grimoire, Banner Bearer, a toggle ability which buffs your group in an AoE around you, and lets you boost specific damage types, among other things. Not everyone is thrilled that it needs to be double barred, but right now it looks like it's gonna be a little too strong to just ignore, especially in organized groups that are more likely to maximize specific damage types in specific scenarios. No new scripts, so you won't have to chase any of those down, just pick up the new Grimoire from the Scalarium, but they are adding existing focus script compatibility to most of the existing Grimoires, plus some bug fixes on current scribed abilities. Arcanist's Impervious Rune Ward got halved in size. Not the initial 1-second shield, but the smaller one that comes after. Dragon Knight's Cauterize now heals 4 allies instead of just 1, it fires more often, and heals for a little less per tick. The Dragon Knight class set Pyrebrand got its damage reduced, it will no longer crit or apply burning as often. Templar's Focus Charge is now a taunt which also grants major protection. The patch notes say that Explosive Charge only taunts the first enemy hit, which some of us misread as implying that the other morph must be an AoE taunt. But that's wrong because Explosive is the only morph which hits in an AoE. Here's my excuse. A. I woke up to messages from people saying, "Did you see? We're getting an AoE taunt." B. When I saw the patch notes, of course I misread them in exactly the same way, and C. I was being a dummy. Honest mistake, but if thousands of people are watching, you have a responsibility to get this shit right. So, sorry for putting that out there, and to be clear, no, we're not getting an AoE taunt. Okay, moving on. Sunshield now applies minor maim with some tweaks to its scaling. Nightblade's Lotus Fan now applies a short, fat dot in an effort to give the class more AoE damage. Shadowy Disguise is now a toggle, which is going to disrupt Nightblade gameplay in PvP, but it seems to be a PvE-oriented change, an attempt to restore that unique 10% damage boost that this class had from Concealed Weapon a few patches ago. No, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but the patch notes make it clear that this is just step 1 of an ongoing process to update this class, and that they will build on it in future updates. I will definitely cover this as it unfolds. Sorcerer's Conjured Ward now heals for less, but PvPers will probably want further nerfs. And the Expert Summoner passive now ignores temporary pets like procs and verses. The Sorcerer class set Beacon of Oblivion received the same adjustment. Warden's Bear got an interesting fix, preventing bosses from resetting if it tried to engage them before the player did. Let's hope this might be the start of a blanket fix for an issue that's been there for years and causes so much frustration when enemies just keep disappearing. It's definitely not just a Warden thing. Necromancer's Ghostly Embrace got an interesting update. It's now more of a damage skill rather than a triple CC, with Brittle, a Frost Dot, and Corpse Creation. The Empowering Grass morph is unchanged, but this morph is now aimed at damage dealers. Tarnished Nightmare will now have a short delay before it deals damage. Gossamer will now apply Major Evasion for 4 seconds, up from 1. Not enough to popularize the set in PvE, but maybe enough to rescue it from total oblivion. So, a surprising amount of fairly major skill changes here, and some of them are going to exasperate some people. We don't tend to like it when the devs move the furniture for no reason just as we're getting comfortable. But hopefully there is a more long-term vision as the patch notes imply, and maybe it'll all make more sense when we can see the whole picture. 3 new rewards for the Worthy sets, Tracker's Slash, Shared Pain, and Siege Master's Focus. All of them PvP oriented as you'd expect, with some interesting interactions, boosting your damage when fighting a rollerblade, reflecting dots back at other players, and making you a little harder to kill while using Siege. And 3 more sets from Battlegrounds, Bulwark of Ruination, Fast Strider, and Netch Oil, reducing enemy block mitigation, a crit resistance debuff, and immunity to snares and immobilization. There is a brand new tutorial as well. ESO Plus members will now get 10% more Alliance points and Telvar, although leaderboards and rewards for the worthy are not affected by this. There are 2 new companions, if you're into that sort of thing, plus loads of bug fixes, little quality of life improvements, text corrections, quest markers for master writs, increased drop rates for mundane runes, heartwood, and decorative wax, and joining encounter in progress has now been rolled out to all dungeons and trials. There's a lot more, obviously, but those are the main points I think most players will care about. Of course, we at NinjaPulls will update you if any important changes occur during the PTS. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss anything, and go follow us on Twitch right now if you haven't already. Big thanks to all our supporters, we literally couldn't do this without you. Remember to check the description for our other recent videos, the website, Twitch, and Discord, where you're welcome to join and message me, Khan, anytime. Thanks for watching.